All right, it is time for an update, and the first thing that I want to do is say a huge thank you to everybody who tweeted at me, everybody who retweeted the post about being banned, everybody who shared the video, everybody who watched the video, everybody who left a comment. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. You're amazing. And good news, the ban was reversed, and prior to the ban being reversed, I found a workaround, and I will share all of that with you. And here is the tweet from Team YouTube. It says, "After careful review, we've confirmed that your channel was mistakenly suspended for violations against our policies on spam. We've corrected this and reinstated your channel. Appreciate your patience." And then Matt Koval, who is the YouTube liaison, who I believe had a hand in this because somebody tagged him and he asked me for a bit more information. He said, "You're all set. The team extends their apologies for the error." And that is the conclusion to the ban. This is somewhat concerning because I think the only reason I was able to get that decision reversed was because I do have somewhat of a larger following, and a lot of people posted it and boosted the message to get people's attention. I don't think that if my only channel was the Bandrew Scott channel with 400 subs, that this would have been resolved this quickly or maybe even at all. And I think YouTube needs to be a little bit better. They need to rectify the issue of not disclosing what you have actually done that violates their TOS. That is probably the first thing that they ought to resolve. I know that may be an issue because perhaps it will allow bad actors to avoid detection, to avoid strikes. But I think as people build businesses on YouTube, it's important to have faith that the system is going to act fairly and accurately, especially when it does act inaccurately. It could lead to an entire business being erased. And now I want to include some footage that I filmed prior to this tweet so that you can understand the process that I went through, and maybe that will help you if you get banned or if you have any similar issues. And again, thank you all so much. Here is 8 or 10 minutes of me rambling that I filmed a little bit earlier. All right, let's do that now. Secondly, this is something that I probably should do at the beginning of every single video, but Podcastage.com. 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 Head on, apply directly to the forehead. I upload all of my reviews to Podcastage.com, and I include a higher quality audio file in case you want that. Just in case I get banned everywhere, you can still find me on Podcastage.com. Apply directly to your eardrums. I also have Odyssey backups of all of my channels. You can find those. I'll link those in the description. Then as far as the ban and access to the Podcastage channel, I'm not going to bury the lead. I was able to regain access to the channel about an hour ago, and this was thanks to a tip from Iris in the Podcastage Discord server. The recommendation was don't try to access YouTube, but they provided a link to the backdoor Google services for brand management. And in that dashboard, I was able to add a new manager and a new owner to the Podcastage channel. And the only reason that this was possible is because the Podcastage channel is not the channel that had been banned, and YouTube and Google had not banned me from all Google services. They had only banned my account from YouTube. If Google had banned my entire account or removed my access from other Google services, then I would not have been able to access that brand management dashboard and add and remove managers and owners from that specific YouTube channel. But I also want to make it clear that I'm not done fighting this because I need to understand what I did on my personal account where I publish me reading Grimm's fairy tales, how that could be classified as a scam or spam. I need to understand that so I can function more appropriately in the YouTube ecosystem. I want to be able to inform people of what's allowed and what's unallowed. And without any kind of guidance, I'm unable to do that. And that's the conclusion of the story, but now let's do a Tarantino and go back in time. At 6 a.m. this morning, I submitted an appeal. I wish I had screenshotted it because I have no idea what I wrote in it, but I got an email that I'll put on the screen right here. And it states, "We will review your appeal and we will respond to you in 2 days, if not more, once we've reviewed it, to determine if we will uphold the ban and the suspension or if we will reverse it." Well, fast forward 1 hour. That's right, only 1 hour. And they sent an email saying, "Nope, we verified you violated the terms of service and we are upholding the ban." Therefore, I thought, well, I guess the channel's gone. There's nothing I can do about it. But then Ben's Watch Club recommended I contact them via chat. I did that. I spoke to them for a little while and I inquired about adding a new owner, adding a new manager to the Podcastage YouTube channel. They said that was not a possibility due to security reasons, and I understand exactly why they said that. Somebody could mass flag an account and then contact Google support and pretend to be that channel and say, "Hey, add this other email as the owner." So I understand exactly why they did it. It would have solved my problem much earlier, but I understand it for security reasons. Then they stated that they would need to do a bit more digging and research my channel, and then they would email me. Fast forward a couple of hours, I got an email saying, "Hey, we did review it. Your channel is banned. You don't have access to your accounts. You don't have access to the YouTube account because it's part of that account that was banned." I don't know why, but this support person did not recommend adding a new owner through the backend portal for brand management, brand account management. As long as the brand account, the YouTube channel that was created under an email, is not the primary account or primary channel that was banned, you should be able to do that. Now, I do have some people asking if this was a hack. I do not believe this was a hack because I have the highest security as I can on my channels. And secondly, the channel that was banned was the small account, my personal account, which had maybe 400 people subscribed to it, so not a large number. And the reason that comes into play is if somebody hacked into my account to post a live stream, a Bitcoin scam, they would have logged in and seen a channel with 400 subs and a channel with 260,000 subs. They would have streamed to the 260,000 sub channel, and then that channel would be the one that was deleted. That did not happen, and therefore I don't think that all of this is caused by somebody hacking my account. I think it's some change to the algorithm. They made it more aggressive in the violation location and issuance, and that's likely what caused it. I just don't know what I did to justify that level of takedown, because I did not get any email saying strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. That didn't happen. I just got that email stating, "Hey, your channel's getting taken down because you had repeated violations," yet I had never once received any email telling me that I had a violation. And I think that is kind of the most annoying part about this, or maybe not annoying, but irritating part about this. The fact that they don't tell you what you have done to actually justify a ban or a strike. Maybe they do with strikes, but with this, just the outright ban, they didn't link any kind of content informing me what content was violating the terms of service. I think that is incredibly important for YouTube to do. They need to disclose what you have done to actually violate their TOS, because at this time, it could be anything. It could be a comment, it could be a private video, it could be a published video, it could be a mass flagging. I have no idea what led to this ban, especially given that the channel was in good standing and has always been in good standing, and I have never received any email saying, "You shouldn't upload this, you can't upload that, hey, here's your free warning." I think that is something that YouTube needs to rectify. And the last thing that I want to address is why I wasn't freaking out and why I wasn't more upset. I had a lot of people wondering that. It's simply because it's out of my control. There's nothing I can do about it. Me freaking out and raising my blood pressure and being a dick to everyone, that's not going to solve the problem any quicker. It's going to make people not want to help me, that's for sure. So why am I going to raise my blood pressure, get super ticked off, and berate people? That doesn't accomplish anything. And on top of that, if you've been uploading to YouTube for any length of time, chances are you've seen this happen thousands of times, and you prepare yourself mentally for your channel to just be taken away from you, and you get used to the idea. I also have taken preparations, I have taken steps to mitigate the damage that could be done, like I said at the beginning, Podcastage.com. And I also have backups and mirrors of my channels on Odyssey. So I have these steps to ensure that I don't completely disappear from the internet. And the other way that I was thinking about this was it's just like being fired from a job. YouTube is a job. Yes, it is like a dream job. It's a great job that I love doing, but sometimes you lose a job that you love and you have to deal with it. You have to move on. You have to find new avenues to work in. And I assumed, hey, if I don't get access to the account again, we'll start a new job. So if I can offer some unsolicited advice, if you're a YouTuber, mentally prepare yourself for the idea of losing your channel. What would you do if that happened to you? Would you be ready? Would you freak out? Would your blood pressure shoot through the roof? Or would you look at it with prepared eyes and say, yeah, I'm not surprised that happened. That happens all the time. Let's see what we can do about it, work through it calmly, and see if we can get a resolution to it. Secondly, you should start taking steps to prepare for it. Mirror all your content on some backup site. I like Odyssey, the platform, the layout is great. Really well done there, so go ahead and do that. Have your own website, have a domain. Like I said 50 times, podcastage.com. Do that. And also, this is a new lesson that I've learned. Do not have any email, do not have any YouTube account that has multiple channels on it, because if one of those channels gets banned, chances are you're going to lose access to all of your YouTube accounts. So have a new Gmail account, a new Google account for every single YouTube channel that you want. That way, if one of those accounts is hacked, you don't lose access to everything. If one of those channels gets banned, you don't lose access to everything. And therefore, you're creating a distributed network, to use the terms of all the Bitcoiners and all the crypto people, a distributed network of channels for yourself that would be much more difficult to take down by a nefarious party, a hacker, or YouTube just changing an algorithm or TOS term and banning all of your stuff. And I think that's it for this video. I'm happy to have the channel back, but I will keep fighting to find out what actually happened, and I will share that with you. I'm sure I'll be ranting about this more long, on a longer form podcast this coming weekend. And again, I appreciate all of you. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.